Namaste. I'm Rachel Manns and today we're going to do a head to toe full body flow. Props, if you have got 2 blocks to hand, don't worry if you don't have blocks, you can use big books as well. Also, I'll offer different modifications as well. But if you've got 2 blocks, that's great. Strap, you can use a necktie or a belt or a dressing gown tie. Folded blanket, a cushion, and a bolster. For a bolster, you could also just get a big chunky blanket and fold that around, or get a big sort of bed pillow as well. That would be really good. Okay, so if you'd just like to come down to a seated position on your mat. If this is uncomfortable, prop yourself up on a cushion. Allow the knees to drop out a bit more, raising the pelvis. Feels good. Wherever you are, settle in. Bring your hands to your knees. Softly close your eyes. And begin to take nice, deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Tuning into your breath. Becoming aware of the sensation of your breath. So as you inhale, notice the cooler air on your nostrils, and as you exhale, notice how it's warmer. Inhale and feel your chest rise and expand outwards, and exhale, feel it deflate, feel it sink. Inhale and straighten up through the spine, lifting through the crown. Exhale, keep lifted. And as you compress the air out of you, try to keep your spine nice and tall. A few more rounds of conscious breath here. Coming into our practice, stepping out of our day, onto our mat and into our minds and bodies. One more delicious inhale and exhale. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Feels good. On your next inhale, draw your hands together at heart center. Prayer, also known as Anjali Mudra. Breathe. And we'll chant one Om together to mark the start of practice. Inhale through the nose. And Om. Smile at the end of your Om. Bring your hands back to your knees. Inhale, open your eyes and lift the forehead up towards the ceiling. Be mindful here not to hyperextend the spine, so imagine there's a big orange behind your head. Exhale. Draw the forehead down towards the floor. And repeat that a few times. Inhale, forehead lifts. Exhale, chin down. Inhale, forehead lifts. Exhale, chin down. 2 more. Inhale, forehead up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Return to neutral, turn your head to the left on an inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Bring it to the other side. Inhale here. And then exhale, roll the head back from the right, down and across, over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, roll down to the right. Inhale. And exhale, roll down to the left. Bring your head back to neutral. Just have a little wiggle. And then begin to make big shoulder crunchy circles, going backwards. You might feel some clicks. That's good. To get some mobility happening. And then roll forward. Beginning to wake up the shoulders. Inhale, bring the hands out to either side, and we'll rotate the cuffs on each side. Close your eyes if they're not already, and feel the difference in mobility that you've got in each shoulder. I say it all the time, but mine are very different. They're like sisters, not twins. But I find it really useful just to tune in and notice these differences in our body. One more. Lovely. Inhale, bring the fingertips to the shoulders, and then bigger circles this time. Opening up across the chest, across the heart space, our Anahata chakra. And then switch directions. Inhale, stretch the arms up. They can stay apart and you can look forward or look up, palms join. Exhale, palms come to the mat, forehead down. Inhale, stretch up and smile. Exhale, draw the arms down again. One more. Inhale, stretch, beam positivity up into the universe. Exhale, stretch the hands down. Bring the right hand and forearm down towards the mat. If you're on a cushion, it might actually deepen the stretch. So I'm going to get my cushion out, but you can stay on the cushion if you want. So forearm is coming down towards the mat, elbow as close as you can get it. Left sitting bone, keep that grounded on the mat. Inhale, stretch the arm up and overhead. Your palm is facing down towards the mat. Stretching out through your left fingertips, simultaneously staying grounded with your left sitting bone. Opening up the side body. Breathe here, close your eyes. Roll open your chest to the ceiling slightly. One more big delicious breath here. And then exhale. Cartwheel the arms over, left forearm comes down, right arm comes up, fingertips stretch out towards the left hand side, keeping the right sitting bone grounded. Breathe, roll the chest open to the ceiling. Exhale, cartwheel the arms, come back to neutral. Do a seated twist, so your right hand, I'll turn around so you can see. Right hand comes behind, outside of your left palm comes to the outside of your right knee. On an inhale, we'll straighten up, and on an exhale, we'll rotate round towards the back. Inhale, back off, straighten up, exhale, go deeper, twist around to the back. Inhale, straighten, exhale, twist. Don't need to force or strain anything here. It's just a gentle waking up of the spine. On your next inhale, cartwheel the arms round. Left arm comes behind, outside of right hand, outside of left knee. Straighten up. Exhale, rotate round. Inhale, back off, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. One more of those. Inhale, back off. Exhale, twist around. Inhale, cartwheel the arms back round. Again, have a little wiggle. We'll move now to all fours. It's coming into some cat-cows. Setting up for that then. So you want your shoulders directly over, your elbows directly over your wrists, and with your knees underneath your hips. If there's a bit of pressure on your knees, you can use a folded blanket. Put that down. And that can really take the pressure off your knees. Knees get a bit of a battering in yoga sometimes. So setting up in your cat-cow, finding stability, neutral spine, and then on an inhale, we're going to open the chest and lift the tailbone up. And exhale, we're going to hollow the belly round. And that's our cat. Inhale, coming into cow, smiling. Exhale, round. And coming into cat. When you're in your cat, just rock backwards and forwards a few times. Feels really nice, sort of moving towards a child's pose, but not quite. And you can start to make some circles. So leaning back, moving round to the left, pushing forward, coming round, and then switch direction. Feels nice. Just waking up the body. Coming back to a neutral spine. If you're on a blanket, just put it to one side. Coming back into a wide-kneed child's pose. So knees coming as wide as the mat, pointing your toes together. And then encouraging your hips back towards your heels. And wherever they come to, then beginning to walk the hands forward in front of you. Feeling a stretch all in your lower spine. Inhale. And then exhale, just soften your forehead down towards the mat. It's a really wonderfully restorative pose. It's really nice on the ankles, on the shoulders, on the hips, on the spine, lengthening the spine. So if at any point in your practice today or any yoga asana practice you do, you decide that you just need a little break, coming into child's pose is a wonderful, wonderful way to take that break. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, sigh out. Inhale, coming up to all fours, tucking the toes. We'll come into our first down dog of the day, so be mindful. Lifting the pelvis and keeping the knees bent. And just pedaling here. Breathing. Encouraging the shoulders away from the ears, so they're melting down your back. Imagine someone's come behind you and they're pulling your bottom towards them and then lifting it up slightly. And keep pedaling. You can also, like we were doing circles when we were in our cat-cows, you can begin to do some circles from left to right here. Wake up the side body a bit more. And then find stillness in your down dog. Inhale, look forward and take baby steps towards your hands. And we'll shift the feet hip width apart if they're not already. And take opposite arms, ragdoll arms, and we'll just begin to sway from side to side here. Releasing the crown. On your next exhale, just let the hands flop down. Bring them to the hips with a flat back and inhale. Come up to stand. Hi. Very nice. Should be feeling a little bit more fluid. So, standing hip width distance apart. Inhale, arms come to the side and come up. Exhale, just lower them down, but keep your crown lifted so you're standing tall. Inhale, hands come up, palms can join, forehead can lift. Exhale, keep the crown lifted. One more, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Nice. We'll move through a couple of rounds of Surya Namaskar A. So, starting in Tadasana, mountain pose. Big toes are together, heels are slightly apart. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Standing tall, standing proud. Palms are facing each other. Watch your tailbone, so don't stick your bum out too much, don't tuck it in. You just want it slightly grounding down, slightly tucking under, allowing to stand tall. Breathe here. Tadasana. mountain pose. We'll be switching on our bandhas now. So our bandhas are areas of our body that we kind of tighten the muscles in. So our Udana Bandha, which is our abdominal core, and our Mula Bandha, which is the area of our perineum, so our pelvic floor. So we're just going to sort of tighten those slightly to about 40% of our capacity. So switching on our bandhas, standing in Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold down over bent or straight knees. Inhale, hands to shins, roll the shoulders back, open to a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands either side of the foot, step back with your right, and then your left to a plank. Lower knees, chest, chin to Chaturanga. Inhale, point out the toes, open the chest, come to baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back into tabletop, and then come through to downward dog. And pedal, warming up the hamstrings. In your down dog, make sure your hands and your palms are really grounding into the mat. Sometimes there are people, I'll just show you quickly. You can do something called, I think it's tinting, I think that's what they call it, where you're sort of using this bit of your fingers and it's just too much pressure on your wrists. So really make sure your palms are flat on the mat in your down dog. Inhale, look forward, take baby steps up towards your hands. Place your hands on your shins, roll the shoulders back, open to a flat back. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Exhale, return to Tadasana. Nice. Do one more of those. Toes are together, Tadasana. Inhale, swoop the arms up, coming to high prayer. Exhale, fold down over bent or straight knees. Inhale, hands on shins, roll the shoulders back, open to a flat back half lift. Exhale, plant the hands either side of the foot, step back with the right and then the left. Lower knees, chest, chin, Chaturanga. Inhale, point the toes, pull the chest forward, open to a baby cobra. Exhale, melt the forehead down, push up through your tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your pelvis. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Pedaling here again. Find stillness in your down dog. Inhale, look forward, take baby steps up towards your hands. Place the hands on the shins, roll the shoulders back, open to a half lift. Exhale, folding down over bent or straight knees. Inhale, swoop the arms up, glance up at your palms and smile. Exhale, release the arms and return to Tadasana. Feeling good. Inhale, step your right foot back towards the back end of your mat. We're going to turn out. So right foot is turning out 90 degrees, left foot is turning in 5 degrees. We're going to be coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So if you've got one of your blocks to hand, I'd suggest placing a block on the outside of your right foot. Don't worry if you don't have a block, that's absolutely fine. So just take a second here to breathe. Your feet are about wrist distance apart and your heels are in line. So once you feel good in your stance, inhale, hands up, exhale, begin to stretch out to the right hand side and then coming down. Bring your right hand in contact with your block. You can also just hold your shin. You can hold your ankle. You can also hook your big toe with your first two peace fingers, Spice Girl fingers, as I like to call them. But coming to wherever feels good. Left hand, option 1, stays on hip. Option 2, unfurl your left hand directly up towards the ceiling, palm facing outwards. Option 3, you can turn your head and look up at your palm, but please be mindful of your neck. Uttita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Trikonasana, extended Trikonasana. Breathing here. Should feel like a nice stretch in your hamstrings, and also it can be quite nice for the side body. Also roll open your chest towards the ceiling, encouraging your left hip back towards the back of the mat, back of the room. Exhale. And then inhale, come up. If you've got a block and you're using it, turn your right foot in 5 degrees, left foot out, and then place your block on the outside of your left foot. Again, don't worry if you don't have a block. Straighten the arms out. Inhale, exhale, lean, 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 lean over to the left, and then begin to bring the left hand down either to your shin, onto a block, ankle, or your big toe. Arm can stay on your hip, option 1. Option 2, unfurl the arm to the ceiling, palm is facing forward. Option 3, glance up at the palm. Breathe here. Feels good. Inhale, come back up. If you're using a block, just neatly place it somewhere nearby. I tend to throw everything everywhere and make a big mess, so I'm consciously trying to be a tidier yoga instructor. Keeping in your stance, we'll come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So switching the feet again. So right foot comes out 90 degrees, left foot comes in 5 degrees. Heels are in line. And we're going to open our arms and come into Warrior 2. So bending into the right knee, ensuring that the right knee is over the right ankle, not going too far over, so it's just directly above. Unfurling our arms, straightening out. Just checking our alignment of our back arm, so it's not too far down, too far up. And then glancing with power right down our middle finger and then out. Breathe. Just feel the quads really starting to turn on, maybe the glutes as well. Embrace your power. Inhale, and on your next exhale, we'll reverse our warrior. So our left hand is going to come to our thigh. Right arm is coming up and over. Inhale, return to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Exhale, reverse the warrior. One more of those. Inhale, float back. Exhale, palms flip, reverse your warrior. And coming back up, switching the feet. Right foot turns in 5 degrees, left foot turns out 90 degrees. Sinking down, bending into our Virabhadrasana 2. Making sure our knees in the right position, opening the arms, unfurling and glancing down our middle finger. Remembering our bandhas, so really switching on our Udayana bandha, especially here, keeping them both engaged. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, flip the palm. Come back and reverse your warrior. Inhale. And come back to Virabhadrasana 2. Feel power. Exhale. Flip and reverse. Feel grace and slight effort. Inhale. Come back to Warrior 2. One more. Inhale, exhale. Reverse the warrior. Inhale. Return. Look forward and bring your foot up to meet your left at the top of your mat and return to Tadasana. Take a big breath here. Inhale, we'll move through Vinyasa, so Sunsao A. Inhale, sweep the hands up, come together and smile. Exhale, fold down over bent or straight knees. Inhale, place the hands on shins, roll the shoulders back, open to a flat back. Exhale, place the palms either side of the foot, step back with the right and then the left into your plank, lower knees, chest, chin, come to Chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest to a cobra. Exhale, melt the forehead down, pushing up through tabletop, tucking the toes, lifting the pelvis and coming into your downward facing dog. Please do not worry if your heels are not touching the floor in your down dog. That's absolutely fine. They don't need to at all. Just move and pedal and then find stillness for a few breaths. If you need, you can always come down into child's pose, or you can always skip a linking vinyasa as well. And just do what you need to do. Inhale, look forward and either take baby steps up towards your hands, or you can step with the right and then the left. Hands on shins, roll the shoulders back, open to a flat back. Exhale, melt down and forward fold over the knees. Inhale, swoop the hands up, coming to high prayer, smile. Exhale, float the arms down and return to Tadasana. Setting up for Vrikshasana, so tree pose. Going to be sending little roots down through our feet into the mat, into the floor, into the ground, into the earth, really connecting with Mother Nature and also finding our stability. Mula Bandha is especially helpful in this one, so really making sure our abdominal core is switched on. Hands on hips, big smile, heel toe the right foot. Option 1, you can actually just stay here. Option 2, bring your foot onto your calf, so your right foot onto your left calf. Option 3, just safely bring the knee up and then turn it out, and using your arm you can place it on your inner thigh. Just stay here, just take a couple of breaths. And now I want you to set a drishti, so a visual focus point. It could be anywhere in front of you, and you're just going to keep staring at that one point. And on your next inhale, bring your hands together at heart center. You have the option here now on your next inhale to raise your arms above your head. Don't worry if you're wobbling. All of the greatest trees in history all wobble. It's a fact. Are there any great trees of history? I'm sure there are. Anyway, keep focused. Don't listen to your silly yoga teacher. Tuning into that abdominal core. Finding stillness. And exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. Gently encourage the knee back in and let it drop down. And shake out. Your left leg's probably needs a bit of a wiggle. When you're ready, hands on hips, heel toe the left foot, and then staying here or bringing it onto your calf, or even safely bringing the knee up and then opening it out, placing it on the inner thigh. Taking a couple of breaths here, switching on our bandhas. Breathing, sending our beautiful little tree roots down. Maintaining our drishti, inhaling and bringing our hands together at heart center. And then inhaling. The option here to bring the hands above the head. Exhale, bring the hands back through heart center. Safely bringing the left knee in, hands on the hips and dropping down. Nice. having a little shake. Stepping to the top of the mat. Again, in Tadasana, feeling powerful. Nice breath in through the nose and then sigh it out. Inhale, sweep the hands up and above. Exhale, fold down over bent or straight knees. Inhale, hands on shins, roll the shoulders back, open to a half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with the right and then the left into your plank. Lower knees, chest, chin, Chaturanga. Inhale, point out the toes, open the chest, unfurl to your cobra. Exhale, melt the forehead down, press yourself up, tuck your toes in your tabletop, lift your pelvis, and you guessed it, we're back in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale, look forward, and this time we're just going to bring our feet together and cross them, and gently, with grace, plop back down into a seated position. I'm going to set up here for Dandasana, so staff pose. Dandasana is very similar to Tadasana. It's our grounded, sort of seated asana that we keep coming back through in between our different seated asanas that we're going to be doing. If this is uncomfortable, again, you can get your folded blanket, bring that onto the mat and sit on there. It might take a little bit of the pressure off and can be quite useful. So we're sitting, I like to think of it as like a perfect right angle pose. It's what you're aiming for one day. So your legs are as engaged as they can be. Your feet are flexed, toes are pointed towards the ceiling. Your hands are either side of you with your fingers facing the short edge of the mat. Your shoulders are back and down, your chest is open, and you're sort of lifting up through the spine whilst engaging and pushing out through your heels. Chin is not down and not up, just completely in line with your mat. Deceptively difficult, this pose. Keep breathing. And then exhale. You can flop it and go released. Go released. You can go released. Going to grab our strap now, or you can your necktie, or dressing gown tie, or belt, or whatever it is. We'll come into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So if you're on your cushion, stay your folded blanket, stay on your folded blanket. Inhale. Going to stretch up to the ceiling, and then exhale. We're going to begin to come down and secure the strap around the balls of our feet. And then find a sweet spot. So when you're using your strap, what you want, if your elbows are bent, that means that your strap can be a little bit tighter, but you need to be really careful of your back, because what we want to be doing is coming into a forward fold with a flat back, not rounding your back and coming down like this. We want to be coming down, bending from the pelvis with a flat back. So with our strap, when we're secure in our position, if you don't have a strap, you can place your hands on your shins, you can place them on your ankles. Also, depending on your flexibility, you can, again with your Spice Girl peace fingers, you can hook your big toes, inhale and open up that way, and then exhale, folding in. So wherever you are, whether you're using your strap or your hands, inhale, open the chest, exhale, leading with the chest and bending from the pelvis, begin to come into a forward fold. Close the eyes if they're not already. Listen to the sensations that you're feeling. On an inhale, back off and lengthen. Exhale, move slightly deeper. There's no forcing or straining ever in yoga. So come out of anything that feels too intense. Staying here for a couple more breaths. Inhale and release the hands or the strap. Stretch the arms up, 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 up. And then bring them down behind you, about a foot behind you with your fingers facing the short edge of the mat. We're going to scooch our feet in towards our sitting bones. And inhale, we're just going to lift our pelvis up and come into reverse tabletop. So you can stay looking ahead. Option 2, you can drop the head back so you're looking at the ceiling, but please be mindful of your neck. I prefer option 1. Couple more breaths here. And then exhale. Gently lower the pelvis down with ease to the floor. Badakanasana, so bound angle pose. If you've got your blanket to hand again or a cushion, you can come onto that. If your knees are struggling being out to the side. So opening the feet, your soles of your feet are going to be touching. You can have a wide diamond shape like this, or you can bring your feet closer in, whatever feels right for you. Hands are going to interlace and come around your toes. Knees are dropping out to either side. So we're doing a really deep hip opening stretch here. So securing the hands around the feet. Inhale, opening the chest, smiling. And then exhale, beginning to fold down, encouraging the forehead towards the feet, towards the hands. Closing the eyes, trying to find stillness. We store a lot of emotion, a lot of trauma, a lot of stress in our bodies, especially in our hips. So this can be quite a confronting pose. Please don't force anything here. Sit with the sensations that you're feeling, maybe even back off if you need to. And try and switch off your legs and your hips. That sounds like a really stupid thing to say, especially when they're probably screaming at you. But try and let go. One more breath here. Inhale and just begin to really slowly push yourself up. Draw the knees in, straighten them out, and you can have a quick little shake. Bringing them back round. We're going to use our strap again. I'm going to come and lay on our back. Safely draw the right knee in towards your chest and secure the strap around the ball of the foot. Taking the strap in the right hand, and you want to encourage the leg as much as you can to be straight. Again, if your elbow is bent when you're using the strap, you can probably go a little higher, but wherever feels good. Also, if you don't have a strap, you can just hold the back of your calf, or you can also secure the big toe with your first 2 fingers. Left hand is then going to come onto your left hip. Inhale, and then exhale. You're going to just draw your forehead up towards your knee. Shoulders are lifted off the mat, just looking forwards. Breathe. Inhale, and then exhale, just gently release your head down to the mat and begin to open your strap and your foot, your hand and your foot out to the right hand side. When you start to feel your left bum cheek lifting off the mat, that's where you need to stop and just anchoring yourself with your left hand. Stay like this, or you have the option to turn your head over your left shoulder. Again, be mindful of your beautiful neck. Breathing here. Inhale, drawing the leg back to center. Peeling your shoulders up quickly, blowing a kiss to your knee. And then exhale, release the foot and release the hand, and just gently let it come and lay back down. And for a second, just lay there on your back and maybe feel the slight difference. Hopefully you can feel the difference in your legs. My right leg certainly feels a little bit longer than my left. Just enjoy that for 1 second, and then inhale, safely drawing the left knee into the chest, and again, either using your strap around the balls of your foot or using your hand to secure your ankle or your big toes, big toe. So just extending. Right hand is coming onto the right hip. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale, peeling the shoulders and neck and head off of the mat, encouraging the forehead towards the knee. Breathing here. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, gently releasing the shoulders and head back, and then beginning to allow the left foot out towards the left-hand side. When you feel your right bum cheek coming off the mat, encouraging down with the right hand on the right hip, but when you feel it lifting off, that's where you know you need to stop. Just holding there, closing the eyes. Breathe. And then you have the option to turn your head to the right hand side. Inhale, forehead back to ceiling, and gently drawing the leg back to center. Exhale, just raise up quickly, blow a kiss to your knee. Maybe one day we'll be able to kiss our knees in that position. And then gently and with grace, release the foot and allow it to come back down to the mat, and just lay there for a second. Have a little wiggle and enjoy the openness around your pelvis and in your legs. Inhale and draw the feet in towards your sitting bones, so they're flat against the mat. Your knees and feet are hip width distance apart. Hands are going to come either side, palms are down in contact with the mat, preparing for step 2 Dandasana, which is bridge pose. Inhale and just begin to gently lift the pelvis, bottom off the floor towards the ceiling. You have the option here to interlace the fingers underneath you and sort of rolling up onto your shoulder blades, and then pushing off into the heels for a slightly deeper back bend. Wherever you are, just breathe. If your hands are interlaced, release the hands, press the palms down into the mat, and then on an exhale, just really gently release vertebra by vertebra your back onto the mat. We'll just very gently come to a seated position, and we're going to do a very gentle counter forward fold, so you can bring your folded blanket again if you want to and sit on that. Inhale, stretch up, and then exhale, sort of a lazy forward fold here, so very gentle. Hands are coming to the shins or ankles, or you can hook your toe. Remembering to try and have a flat back here. Just countering that back bend we've just done. Very gentle forward fold. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhale, coming back. Laying back down onto our back and taking the greatest yoga pose, yoga asana of all time, happy baby. It's got the best name as well. So we're going to be drawing our knees up and out, and then you can either hold the outsides of your feet, so your arms are coming in between your knees. You can either hold the outsides, or you can hook the big toe with your first two fingers on each hand. And I don't know of a single happy baby that just stays still, so we're going to kick around and smile and roll from side to side, and we're encouraging just a nice massage to the lower back. It feels really nice. And then find stillness in your happy baby. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out. And then bring the knees down onto the mat. We'll do thread the needle. So bring your left foot over your right and thread your fingers interlacing behind your right thigh, and just begin to draw your right thigh towards your chest, giving a nice stretch to your left glute. Close the eyes. Enjoy the sensation. Exhale, swap the feet, so the left foot comes in contact with the mat, right ankle crosses over left knee, arms come through and behind, securing around the back of the left hamstring or the left leg, and then just begin to gently encourage the left knee towards you, again stretching out your right glute. Smile, breathe, and enjoy. One more breath. And then exhale. With grace, we'll move into Shavasana. So your feet are as wide as the mat. Allow your ankles to drop out to the side. Your palms are open and facing the ceiling, a little distance from your hips. Inhale and just come up and just check your alignment and symmetrical. Then exhale, extending the neck, add length to it before gently placing it back down. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can take a bolster or a big cushion, one of those bed pillows, or you can also take a rolled up blanket and you can place it under the knees and then come back down into your Shavasana, and it just takes the pressure off your lower back. Feels really good. Close the eyes. Release the bandhas. Just take nice, long breaths in and out through the nose. Bring your awareness to your face. Release any frown that may have formed. Relax your eyebrows. Release your jaw, maybe wobble it. Relax your mouth, relax your tongue. Let your throat soften. Allow your skull to go soft. Relax your neck. Release your shoulders. Relax your elbows and your wrists, and let each finger and thumb drop. Soften your heart and your chest. Relax your lower back. Release your glutes, try and switch them off. Relax your thighs. Turn off your knees. Relax your lower legs. Allow your feet to drop. Relax each toe. Fully surrender your entire body to gravity. Shavasana, final rest. We'll lay here for 2 minutes, and I will guide you back out when it's time. So for now, drop into it. Place a blanket over you if you need, and relax. Begin to bring awareness back to your beautiful body. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe you can bring your arms up above your head and straighten your feet out. Take one long last delicious stretch laying there on your mat. Inhale and exhale, keeping the eyes closed. Roll on to the right hand side and just lay there in a fetal position. You can make a hand with your pillow. You can make a pillow with your hand. And just lay there and take a few moments. Maybe smile. Have gratitude for the fact that you just did that practice. You showed up. Be grateful to yourself. When you're ready, really gently push yourself up, keeping the eyes closed and coming into a cross-legged seated position. Grab a cushion if you need, and allow the hands to softly come down onto your knees. Take a big inhale, open the mouth, sigh it out. Close the eyes if they're not already. Inhale and bring your arms together, your palms together at heart center. Take one more breath. Inhale, exhale, sigh it out. And we'll chant one Om to mark the end of our practice together today. Inhale. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. Allow your eyes to softly open. Smile and bow. Together we say Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.